welcome to my channel. My name is Desiree, and for today's video I am doing a scary story time. Yes! So it's about that time of year. If you don't know, then I shall tell you. Usually around this time of year, in the month of October, I like to share a few of my scary story times. Only because I'm really into Halloween, so I might as well. As my usual disclaimer, I like to just add, like always, the only reason why I'm sharing this particular story is because it has happened to me. Well, not particularly me. Well, I mean me because it seems to happen mostly to me. But a lot of my family members have experienced things in this household. So, but in other words, I'm telling my stories, my experiences. So that's the only reason really why I'm talking about it. So let me explain what this video is about. So this video has been requested by my bestest friend, my sister from another mother and another mister, my best friend Connie. So she has requested that I tell this particular story because me and Connie, we've been best friends since like the 8th grade. So I tell her a lot of the scary things that I have experienced. So she's already heard majority of the stuff that I've been through. So I'm going to be telling you one of the stories about the ghost that likes to live in my closet. So a little backstory, I've lived in the house that I'm currently living in for about 12 years now. So ever since we moved into this house, I've experienced the most of anybody in my family, a lot of paranormal stuff. So the room that I have now, it doesn't have a closet. The closet that I have is in the hallway. It's a walk-in closet. So I guess the people that lived here before us, somebody I believe was probably handicapped, and my closet used to be a shower. So it still has some tiles in there. It has an old pipe that's in there where the shower head used to be. There's like some old holes that were filled in that used to be where the knobs were. So my closet was basically a shower for somebody who was handicapped. So I'm not sure exactly what happened to the previous people, but there is something definitely hanging out in my closet. Basically, what happens is that when you walk into my closet, it's normally, and I say normally because it's abnormal, it will be extremely cold in there. The whole house will be hot, or the whole house will be warm, and that closet will always be cold no matter what you do. You always get this eeriness every time you pass by, and you don't really feel comfortable being in that closet for very long because again, it's a walk-in closet. So anytime I need to go in there and get some clothes, I usually have in mind what I want to get. I grab what I need to get, I close the door behind me, and I'm out of there. So I never stay very long in that closet unless I have to, but normally if I stay in there for very long, you will feel somebody tap your shoulder, or you'll feel it really cold in there, or occasionally I felt somebody, touch my hair. Other times I heard stuff in there. So I never like to leave that closet door open. I usually like to leave it closed because every time it's left open, it always feels like somebody is standing in there watching you. So a lot of my family members don't really like to come to my house to visit because when we had first moved into the house, things didn't start off right away. Like, it did happen. A lot of the scary stuff did happen gradually over the years. So we used to have a couch in my living room that would face down the hallway, which is where you would go to my bedroom or to my closet. And a lot of the times, nobody liked to sit on our couch because you would always see somebody poking their head either out of my bedroom, out of the hallway restroom, out of my closet, or out of the bedroom that's down the hallway, which is my brother's room. And you'll always see somebody poking their head out looking at you. And there were a couple of times where you think that there's somebody actually standing in the middle of the hallway staring at you. So there was always things like that. So a lot of people that would come over, they would all witness the same thing. They would all see the same thing. They would all experience the same thing. So little by little, people stopped wanting to come visit our house unless our couch was moved. So that's what we ended up doing. We had to move our couch because you would always see somebody poking their head out. So that was never explainable. There would be nobody in the bedrooms. There'd be nobody in that part of the house for anybody to be doing that. So I would always have to go and investigate and check the bedrooms, check the restrooms, check my closet, and check everything, and there would never be anybody. So who would be sticking their head out through the doors? Don't know. A lot of the things that would happen, particularly in my closet, was definitely confirmed by one of my little cousins when we used to babysit him. We used to have toys in my closet that we would just grab and then bring out to the living room for him to play with. There was one time when we allowed him to actually sit in the closet and play with the toys. And all of a sudden, he just came running out of my closet, screaming his head off, saying that there was a monster in my closet. So of course I would go check, thinking that maybe it was a spider or maybe a rat or something like that. Something explainable. And there was nothing. There was also sometimes these would take place real late at night. But we also have a hallway light that you just flip on and then it'll light up the entire hallway. Well, there was one particular night that light turned on by itself. And no matter how many times we kept switching it off, it would just flip on by itself. And we would always hear somebody walking back and forth down our hallway. And it would be all night long. And this would be when everybody's in their bedrooms, everybody's asleep. So of course, you kind of think maybe it's somebody else. Maybe you think it's your mom. Or a lot of times I thought it was just my brothers. I just thought that it was something like that. But then we all got together one day and we all started talking about who is the one that keeps getting up real late at night, walking up and down the hallway. And well, everybody said it wasn't them. I knew for a fact it wasn't me. It wasn't my sister, and it was neither of my brothers, and well, it was not neither of my parents. So who was walking back and forth in the hallway, turning off and on the hallway light? We never did figure that out. To this very day, that still does happen. We will hear somebody walking up and down our hallway. We even hear somebody moving around in our living room. We'll hear somebody moving around in our kitchen. You'll hear plates move. You'll hear chairs being moved. Our dogs will bark at stuff that's not there. They'll stare at something that's not there. It's just a lot of unexplainable things like that. Particularly, my dogs will not go down our hallway. They will not go down the hallway, period. They will stand at the beginning of our hallway and they will stare at whatever is down there. And no matter how hard I stare, I can never see what's staring back. And they definitely will not go anywhere near my closet. So we have a lot of things like that happen within our household. A lot of unexplainable things like that. It's been going on like that for years, and that's definitely not the worst I've experienced here within my household. But that's going to be saved for a few more story times. I actually have quite a few things that I've experienced living in this household. I've already told one story about the girl that came out from under my bed. And there's definitely more where that came from. I think I've experienced the most paranormal activity within this house than I have anywhere else. And yeah, so that's the end of this story time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too short. I'm really just saving a lot of the juicy stuff. I'm not really trying to, put it all out there at once. But the hallway is just, and my closet, is just one of the many creepy things about my household. That's not even the only place. Actually, it's my entire house. But again, I'm saving those for another story time. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.